Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. How's everybody going? Hey, the NFL schedule came out today, and it's quite interesting actually, because for a lot of reasons, but I'm gonna get into that. But first, I want to say we have less than a week, well, about a week for the draft. Less than a week for us to drive down there. But this draft experience is going to be awesome. I'm so excited about the trip. I don't know if you guys, I know a lot of y'all follow Mark too, so I know y'all seen him excited about his grill and excited about his fryer, and he's gonna be getting it popping with them wings. And I've been over here just going over my music and just getting my stuff ready for the tailgate so I can DJ and just everything going on. So I still got to pack and get everything together. So it's a lot going on between now and Tuesday night. So yeah, we're just getting ready for this draft. I hope y'all excited. It's gonna be a hell of a draft. I'm telling you, this first round is gonna be interesting. You're gonna see players. I mean, you're gonna see teams slide down the board. They're gonna be moving around and jucking and jiving. So it's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. So just just if you guys are not gonna actually be there in person, you're missing out on a lot. But I know you guys are probably gonna be watching on TV. But we're gonna be filming live and doing our thing. So, just watch us and watch your TV and just we'll all just be anticipating the first round of the draft and see what's going on Thursday night. So, I just want to talk a little bit about our schedule for this year since it came out. Um, this is the first year in a while. I want to say maybe the last 4 seasons because I got sick of the Giants. We're not playing the Giants opening night this year. Go figure. Now, but we are playing them week 2. So we're actually opening up at Carolina. So we're actually going into Carolina the first week of the season. That's going to be a Sunday afternoon game, 4:25. I know you guys seen that they made changes to all the night games. They're about 5 minutes, 10 minutes earlier than what they normally did. I don't understand why they did that. I actually didn't read up into it. I should have, but for whatever the reason, they changed that. Um, Carolina Panthers. I don't know what to say about them. They got more they got more issues than we got right now as far as getting their team together. I feel like a lot of these teams. This is going to be an interesting season. Um, Probably closer to the season, I'll probably do a prediction, win loss. I'm gonna do that maybe around training camp, closer to the season. So I know what teams got, what we got. Because I can't gauge anything right now because the draft haven't had hasn't happened yet, so we don't know who's gonna go where. So it's gonna be an interesting year, y'all. I'm telling you. But I'm looking at the schedule and I'm already looking. It doesn't look that bad. It really don't look that bad. We got an opportunity to get a good season this year. So, like I said, we opened with Carolina Panthers 4:25 on the 9th, September 9th. Then we got those stinking New York Giants at home. It's a night game, 8:20 prime time. So you know that's gonna be everybody gonna be glued to that game. See what's going on with that. Now, is Des Bryant gonna be on the Giants by the time that comes? Who knows? I don't know. I don't think so. I got other predictions of where I think he's gonna go, but I don't need him to be on in a division. If he's gonna go, go. Interesting enough, we are going to Seattle week 3. That is a 4:25 game. It's an afternoon Sunday game on the 23rd, and I'm just gonna say that they don't have their defense anymore. Their defense is done. Seahawks are in a rebuilding year. They are revamping their defense. They lost a lot of players. Hopefully, Earl Thomas will be with us by next week. We'll see what happens with that. I think it may happen. If you can hear Coco in the back, she out there barking because I think the pizza man is here. So my dinner is here. Um, yeah. So Seattle's rebuilding. Seattle does not have a second and I think a third round pick. So they're going to be looking to comp some picks. I know they're going to try to get some of ours for Earl Thomas. And closer to the draft, I think that's the reason why we haven't seen any action going down yet, is because they're waiting. They're letting them get, because they're going to get desperate. You know, ain't nobody giving no first round pick for no Earl Thomas or for any veteran player that has injury history for that matter. Um, if you want my opinion, I will say that I will give up a second and maybe a fifth or a sixth, but not more than that. Definitely not a first round pick. You don't do that. We need our first round. We definitely need that. We need some defense in here. We need we need a linebacker. We need defensive tackle. We need to beef up this team. We got to switch up some of these schemes because, but I think with the addition of Chris Richard on this defense is going to help. He thinks highly of Kayvon Frazier, so that's a good thing. Kayvon, I already feel some type of way about him because he is my frat brother, so you know that's a good thing. And I like to see the young boy coming out there and hitting hard. He actually mentioned, Chris Richard actually said that Kayvon Frazier has the mentality and the hitting ability like Cam Chancellor. And he says, you know, I feel like under his tutelage, Kayvon would be a really good safety. Moving Byron Jones to cornerback, I think, in my opinion, is probably the best decision that we made right now because, again, he was a cornerback coming out of UConn. So my whole thing is they should have kept him there in the first place. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. So, week 4, Lions come to us. So we ain't played Detroit in a while. That's going to be an interesting game with Matt Stafford. They definitely need wide receiver help. They need a running back too. So again, I'm not going to make any predictions until closer to the season because, like I said, I want to see what these teams do in the draft. I want to see because teams are still going to be picking up players in the off season. So I want to see what happens with that. Week 5. So if you guys seen the preseason schedule, we are playing the Texans in the preseason. So we're actually going to be playing them twice this year, and if you're counting the preseason. But the Battle of Texas, the Texans versus the Cowboys. That's going to be a good game. It's going to be the battle of the There's going to be the battle of the state of Texas, and it's going to be the battle of the number 4s with Dak Prescott and Deshaun Watson. That is, if he's ready to come back from his injury. I don't know. I don't follow them too much. Now, I think that if Dez goes to the Texans, that's gonna be, you're gonna have to circle that. If I'm telling you right now, what is it? April 19th, 11:35 in the evening. I'm telling you right now. I know I'm doing a late show, y'all, but I had a long day. But if Dez Bryant goes to the Texans, I'm telling you right now, circle that game. Circle that damn game right now. That is going to be what is that, October 7th, week 5? Yeah, so, primetime game. See, they already know. I think the NFL knows something because a night game on a Sunday, Battle of Texas, the Battle of the State of Texas, number 4s, maybe Dez Bryant on that team. Oh, that's going to be... And I'm telling you right now, if Dez Bryant goes to the Houston Texans, circle that game. That game is going to be hella interesting. Because we are going to Houston, which is 3 hours away from Dallas, if you guys didn't know. Week 6, October 14th, playing the Jaguars. They still got Blake Bortles. The Jaguars have been an up-and-coming team. We'll see what they do this year. They actually changed their uniforms again. They went with a vintage look. They got rid of the gold in their uniforms, which I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling that matte color in their helmets and the stuff. I like innovative stuff. Like I like stuff that's out of the norm. Some people thought it was too gaudy, but whatever. They went back to being plain Jane, so it is what it is. October 21st, the first game against the Redskins. Josh Norman's still on the team, but we don't have Dez. So I guess he's going to be John with Allen Hurns now. So we'll see what happens with that. The Redskins, I don't know what to say about them. They're the Redskins. as my man Mark likes to call it, the dumpster fire, your Washington Redskins. Now, that game is going to be here in the DMV. It's going to be at FedEx Field. I live probably 15, 20 minutes from the stadium. 20 minutes. I live about 20 minutes from the stadium. I'm trying to go to that game, and I'm going to be there. And see, whenever whenever Dallas comes here, I hate going to FedEx Field because, first of all, the stadium is trash. And then by that time, week 7, I mean, that field is not going to be perfect because they got the type of turf they have. You know, them cleats dig in there and it picks up all the stuff out of there. And then you got holes and dirt specks and all types of stuff. And, you know, players get hurt and breaking ankles and stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. But at the end of the day, I will say that if I get tickets to that game, I will go. I just hate going to it because Redskins fans are rowdy as hell. They always want to fight. I'm too old for all that, man. I ain't got time to be fighting and stuff. I'm such a chill dude right now, man. I'm not on that stuff no more. But they always talking all that mess. We're gonna whoop your ass, and then what happens? We go in there, we tax that ass, and then we go home. That's it. But that will be that will definitely. It's always a good game against the Redskins, no matter what. So then week 8 we have a bye. So I think we had a week 6 bye last year. We had an early bye, like a week 6, week 4, something like that. But yeah, week 8 is our bye. I'm pretty sure at this point in time we're gonna need it. When I do my predictions, I'll be able to. When I do my predictions later in the off season, I'll be able to get you guys more of a clearer picture of that. Um, week 9, November 5th, 8:15 p.m. That's a Monday night game. We play against the Titans, and that's gonna be a home game. Now, DeMarco Murray doesn't play for the Titans no more. Oh well, so we're not gonna play against them. So it is what it is. They got your boy Mariota still there. They changed their uniforms too, so they that's gonna be an interesting game too. Week 10, November 11th, 8:20 p.m. We got the damn Eagles. Now, defending Super Bowl champ Eagles. Now, depending on what happens with Michael Bennett and his thing, because they talk about he could do some jail time if he's convicted of what happens. I don't pay attention too much to them, so I don't know. I know they cut the cornerback Worley that they just got in the offseason. He ain't even put on a damn uniform yet, and he got cut. But you know, you out here doing mess, and that's what happened. So um, the Eagles are always going to be a tough matchup because what they got now, and I'm not even gonna see. Y'all know I keep it real. You know, if a team's doing well, I'm gonna say it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I gotta give it to the Eagles. They got their shit together. They got their players. They doing what they need to do. Um, will we be seeing? The question is, will we be seeing Carson Wentz or will we be seeing Nick Foles? Now, hopefully by that time, um, Carson Wentz will be playing. I mean, because we want to make sure that we play a team at their strongest. Because when we beat you and we play you at your strongest, then there's no excuses. Of, oh, y'all won because y'all are playing against our backups. The backup. Ain't nobody got time for that. So at the end of the day, we want the strength of your team. We want your best players out on that field so we can whoop that ass. That's what we do. So that's the first Eagles game, November 11th. Now November 11th is Sunday night game. Of course, they're gonna do that with us in the Eagles. So, of course, America's team. We're gonna have a lot of primetime games. So that's just that. You guys should be used to that by now. I don't even have to talk about that. So, week 11, November 18th, 1:00 p.m. We got the Atlanta Falcons, and we're at Atlanta. Just like we were at the Eagles. Next week we playing two birds back to back. We're going up to Philly, and then we're going down to Atlanta. Now, I would love to go to that game because they got a new stadium now, and it's fresh. And I love to see things when they're brand new. You could just smell the freshness of the building. You know what I mean? It's just yeah. I know I'm weird, but whatever. So yeah, so that's a 1 o'clock game. Um, they still got Matty Ice. They still got Julio Jones. The Falcons are always a matchup. Now, they thinking they're gonna still be playing the same team that they did last time. They're not gonna do that. Y'all not gonna pull that again. So, everybody always talking about these other teams. And see, that's the reason why I kept saying about this coaching staff and getting this team together and changing these plays up and switching stuff up. Because you got teams out here thinking we soft. You got teams out here thinking coaches from other teams thinking we too predictable. Come on, man. Like, we can't keep doing this. So, you play these teams all the time. There's no reason why a team outside of our division should know us that well. You see what I'm saying? That shouldn't be an issue. So next up, Thanksgiving. Now we've had a lot of games in the past with the Redskins on Thanksgiving, and of course that's November 22nd, 4:30 p.m. So that's going to be during the time while we're eating our turkey, and of course that's Thursday night. So then we got two back-to-back Thursday night games. We got the Redskins, and we turn around and we play the New Orleans Saints the next week. But the good thing about that is both of those are home games. So, but the problem is, so let me backtrack a little bit. So week 10 and 11, you got the Eagles, and you got at the Eagles, week 10. Then week 11, you got at the Falcons. Then that very next Thursday, you play home against the Redskins. Now, no doubt we're always tired that week. And that Thanksgiving week stretch is always tough for the Cowboys because we play every year. We're America's team. So we're going to. A lot of teams hate, oh, you play every year. Yeah, we do. Because whether you're a fan or you hate the team, the Cowboys get a lot of publicity. So they're going to always play Thanksgiving games. So those of you that are not Cowboy fans, y'all got to get used to that. So, and you got to get over it because that's what it is. We always gonna play on Thanksgiving. That's our day. That's Cowboy Day. It's Turkey Cowboy Day. That's what Thanksgiving is. I'm coining that. The next Thursday, so back-to-back Thursday. So you got the Redskins on Thanksgiving. You turn right back around and play New Orleans Saints. Both of those are home games, so that should help a little bit. But that Thursday to Thursday, so 8:20 for the Saints on that second Thursday night. Then December 9th, we have. I'm sorry. So December 9th, we play the Eagles again for the second time. That's going to be an afternoon game. Again, I look at the Eagles in our division. As of right now, I believe that that's the only team in the division that we got to fight for the NFC title. But we got to be on our A game because the Eagles damn sure brought their game, so we got to do the same thing and we got to keep it up. We got to stay pat with these guys and make sure that that stuff that Jerry Jones said that we're like them. I don't know what he's sipping on. I don't know if he's getting dementia or what, but right now I know we're not. But we got to get there. Tell Jason to get this team in position where we need to be at. That's what we need to do. That's what this draft is for. So to see what we can do because we got a lot of holes right now that we got to fill. So right now y'all should be literally standing on the table right now for a defensive player because I know I am. Now, like I said, first round we can do a whole bunch of different things, but that pick better not be no wide receiver. I'm telling you because we don't need that. You can get that in the second. You can get that in the third. You can get that in the fourth. Hell, you can get that all the way in the fifth and sixth. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about this defense. The only thing on offense I want high is an offensive guard. That's all I want as far as offense up top. December 16th, that's a Sunday too. So December 16th at 1 o'clock, we got the Colts. Now, I don't know what's up with the Colts. Andrew Luck not playing and his shoulder and all this other stuff. I just feel like they got a lot of issues going over there. I'm not a Colts fan, so I don't care. But I'm just saying, it just you think the Cowboys got a messy situation. They got it too. And they got cap money that they haven't even used. I don't understand what's up with that, but it is what it is. That game, I'm not predicting none, but I think that's a W, so I'm not worried about that. So December 23rd, 1 o'clock, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think we played the Tampa Bay the year before last. But they got Jameis Winston. See, the Tampa Bay is one of those teams that you can't really sleep on because they'll sneak win on you. They'll pull out some stuff that you ain't never seen before, and then they all of a sudden they start winning. And I'm just like, what the hell? Then the damn cannon go off. But they're playing here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit. The Colts game is at Indianapolis. The Buccaneers is at home, so we don't have to hear no cannon. So we good. We're gonna win that game. And then we end the season on December 30th, 1 o'clock p.m. at the New York Giants. So week 2 and week 17 we play the New York Giants. Like I said, looking at the schedule, it don't seem that bad. I think the toughest team on our schedule is New Orleans, of course, the Eagles. The Eagles, New Orleans, and I'll go ahead and say maybe the Falcons. So Falcons, New Orleans, and the Eagles are the toughest team on our slate. Let me tell you something. If we get our A game together, we can get at least 10, 11 wins this season. Now, like I said, I'll do my regular prediction later. I'm just going off of a hunch right now. I'm going off of early off season, before OTAs, before the draft. That's not final because you already know that's going to change. Because like I said, teams are going to pick players in the draft. They're going to try to upgrade their teams before the start of the season. So we'll see what happens. But I'm optimistic about this schedule. It don't seem like it's that bad. We ain't got no heavy hitters on there. But again, you still want your team to be challenged at the same time. And again, these are all NFL teams, so you can't sleep on nobody, not even the Browns. Not even the Browns. You can't sleep on nobody. But I think we're going to have a good season. I've heard analysts say that we may be good without Dez. That may be true, because maybe Dak could concentrate more on. I look at the positives of Dez not being here, and I look at that as being Dez will have other receivers to pay attention to. He'll be able to scatter the ball around instead of not having somebody that's getting a temper tantrum because he didn't get the ball, or the ball didn't come his way, or whatever the case may be. But again, Dak has already been working with Allen Hurns. They're already starting their little chemistry. So, hey, I'm optimistic about this year, man. We get some defense, and Chris Richard get these guys to play more press man and stop playing 8 yards off the ball and leaving that middle wide open, because that's the biggest thing in our defense right now. It's not that we don't have the players. It's more so of the scheme that we're running. And just things have to be adjusted. I'm not saying that you have to switch back to a 3-4. I'm just saying right now, we can stay at the 4-3, but we have to change that back end up. Those DBs have to. We can't have them in zone coverage full time. And I know we play a lot of nickel, meaning that we got more DBs in the backfield than linebackers. But still, at the same time, you got to be able to switch stuff up because these teams are watching tape on us. Just like we watch tape, they watch our tape on us. So they know what Dak going to do. I mean, they can't stop Zeke no way, so it don't matter what they know what he going to do. But again, they know what our defensive guys' strengths and weaknesses are, so you have to be able to counteract that by being slick and coming up with some stuff that is innovative. This is 2018. You can't run a team like you're in the 70s. You can't do that because things are ever changing. Why do you think old school coaches don't it's a reason why old school coaches, their philosophy fades out after a while. Rob Marinelli, I'm going to say that he's always been a defensive-minded genius, in my opinion. I mean, look what he did with that Tampa 2 defense down in with the Buccaneers. I mean, but again, you can still use the Tampa 2, but you have to adjust it slightly. You have to make it 2008 friendly. You know what I mean? It's just like when you're playing music and a new song comes out, and me as a DJ, like I would well, you guys don't know this, but when I was in college, I was in the marching band. Shout out to the SOS band. So I'm a musician too. So at the same time, like I've done so many different things as far as when it came to DJing, it was natural because I knew music. I knew there was four beats to a measure. You know what I'm saying? I know that, when I hear um, certain parts of the song in my head, if I drop it here, if I drop it there, it's the same thing. Music is the same thing like with formations of football. You have to know what this does and how it connects to this and put it together to make one thing. So basically what I'm saying is your players have to match your scheme. So you have to basically know what you're doing. And I think that Chris Richard is going to get that back end of that defense. Oh, they're going to be nice. I'm telling you. And Byron Jones and a lot of y'all using him as a scapegoat, saying he this and that, is because they had him as safety. That was not his natural position. Yes, he's versatile, but the problem with this team, we keep switching guys' positions up. You gotta literally put your players in a position that they play well and keep them there because they will never develop if you keep moving them around because people think that every position is the same because it's the same position. If you're a wide receiver, you got the X, you got the Y, you got slot. So it's different routes and it's different types of wide receivers. You got your fast, slick ones, skinny ones. You got your short slot guys. You got your tall possession, average runners, but very possession players like Allen Hurns and Dez Bryant was. I mean, those are the guys that are going to body you off that ball, and they're going to use your body as leverage to get to the ball at the highest point. And again, the reason why Odell Beckham had to catch all them crazy balls because Eli's throwing them in the woods. I don't know. Eli's time is done. Like I feel like they need to go ahead and get a new quarterback and forget that. But again, this NFC East is going to be wild and crazy this year. We'll see what happens. I hope that we're on top as always. I believe right now the Eagles are our only block. So we get through and we figure out the Eagles and we figure out how to beat them. We'll be good. But again, you got to match strength for strength. You don't necessarily draft players just because this team has this. You got to draft players for you. You got to draft players that fit what you're doing. If it don't fit, you cannot quit. So I'm just saying, you cannot put a circle in a square peg and vice versa. So if the shit don't work, it don't work. You got to figure some things out. You got to move forward. You got to, you know. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep ranting on that. I just wanted to bring my perspective to you guys just to gauge where your head is. So again, this draft is next week. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. I'm tired as hell right now. It's way past my bedtime. I just wanted to talk to you guys because I've been so busy. I didn't forget about y'all. I'm just trying to get things together. But on that note, thanks again for all my subscribers. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Support me. I'm just out here doing my thing. I'm just a hard-working individual, just like everybody else. Just trying to make it. So, with that being said, always keeping it real. This is your boy E2. I'll talk to y'all later.